Hey guys, it's Sam with High Desert Gardening here, and I'm excited to share my first harvest of the season, broccoli. It's still pretty early in the season here in the high desert, and it looks like my broccoli is ready for harvest. This particular variety is called Green Magic, and it's one of the plants that I planted in late summer. It survived through the winter, and it is showing signs that it is ready for picking. You can tell when broccoli is ready for picking as the florets will loosen up just a bit. Ideally, it's best to pick when the florets are nice and firm. However, we've had a couple of hot days, and I'm worried that if I don't pick it now, it'll soon start bolting. So the first thing I do is check for firmness. It seems a little bit loose, but if I don't pick it now, it'll surely go to seed. Next, I'm just going to take my pruning shears and aim for the base, leaving a bit of a stalk. And just like that, we have a nice, sizable head of broccoli. You'll notice that there's little side shoots on the plant. I'm going to harvest some of the moderately sized ones, just so I can get a bigger harvest. And don't worry guys, even after this broccoli is trimmed down, the weather is staying warm, so I'm sure that we'll get more and more heads popping up shortly. I went ahead and picked some of the smaller heads from my other broccoli plants around the garden as well. We now have a nice handful of broccoli fresh from the garden. Nothing beats the satisfaction of eating fresh organic food straight from the garden. Now that we have our broccoli picked and cleaned, I'm going to show you a short recipe on how we like to cook it. This is a South Asian recipe, and you can definitely alter the ingredients. You can keep this recipe super simple with just olive oil, salt, and pepper if you wish. So here I've just got some olive oil on medium-high heat with some butter. I'm letting that heat up to a nice sizzle. I'm adding some minced garlic. I'm going to stir that and just let that saute till it's golden brown. Next, I'm tossing in some onions. I'm just going to let all of this saute just for a few minutes until everything is nice and fragrant and tender. Here I'm just adding a small amount of chili paste. Again, this is optional. Let all that cook together for a few minutes and indulge in the fragrance. Here I tossed in some medium-sized shrimp. Gonna let all of that cook together. Here I'm adding about a tablespoon of chili powder. Again, you can skip that if it's too spicy. This is technically a South Asian style of recipe, and we like our food pretty spicy. Here I just added about a half teaspoon of garlic salt and just mixing it all in. It's starting to turn such a beautiful color. I'm just letting that saute for a few more minutes and letting all the flavors meld together. Tossing in some chilies. Again, we like our spice. Mixing it through. Tossing in some cloves of garlic. And in goes the broccoli. Allow all the ingredients to combine. I also added a tiny bit more butter. After adding the broccoli, I only want to cook a few more minutes. Garden fresh broccoli is very tender, unlike the store-bought, and you definitely don't want to overcook and make your broccoli mushy. You want to make sure your broccoli retains that crisp but tender bite. This is where you can add salt and pepper to taste and mix thoroughly. Finally, I'm going to garnish this dish with some fresh cilantro. And that's it, you guys. This dish goes great with a side of white rice, or you can just enjoy it by itself. And here I just wanted to show you the same broccoli that I cut. This is 10 days later, and it's ready for yet another harvest. And that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next one.